You're standing in the Apple Store. Your current phone works perfectly fine. Sure, the battery drains a bit faster than it used to, and there's a hairline crack on the screen that you barely notice anymore, but it functions. Yet here you are, holding the latest iPhone. The salesperson is explaining the camera upgrades, the processing speed, the titanium finish, and in your mind, you're already justifying it. This is a tool for work. I use my phone constantly. It's an investment in productivity. So you swipe your card, $1,200. You walk out feeling accomplished, feeling successful. You get in your car and you look at this beautiful piece of technology in your hand. It's sleek, it's premium, it's cutting edge. And then you glance at your charging cable. That frayed, dirty gas station cable you've been using for 2 years, and suddenly, it looks disgusting. It feels almost disrespectful to plug this engineering marvel into that piece of garbage. So you go back inside. The official MagSafe charger is $40. Into the bag it goes, you get home. You're setting up your new phone, feeling good about yourself. Then you grab your old phone case to transfer it over. But wait, this $8 plastic case looks absolutely ridiculous on a titanium device. You need something that matches the quality. The leather case is $60. You order it. Then you try to connect your old wired earbuds. They don't even fit the port anymore. And honestly, if you're going to have this premium phone experience, you need the AirPods Pro to complete it. That's $250. 48 hours later, your $1,200 purchase has quietly become $1,550. And you barely even registered it happening. This isn't you being irresponsible. This isn't you being bad with money. This is a psychological chain reaction that has destroyed more wealth than any stock market crash ever could. It explains why lottery winners go bankrupt, why people who buy their dream home end up in financial ruin, why a simple wardrobe upgrade can spiral into thousands in debt. It's called the Diderot Effect. I'm Brad. And on this channel, we expose the invisible psychological traps that keep people broke. Today, I'm going to show you why you don't actually buy things because you need them. You buy things because your other things are demanding them. Hit that subscribe button. Because we're about to dive into the story of an 18th century French philosopher who lost everything because of a bathrobe. The origin story. To understand why you can't stop spending, we need to go back to France in 1765. Denis Diderot was a celebrated philosopher and co-founder of the encyclopedia, basically the Wikipedia of the 18th century. Despite his intellectual fame, Diderot was financially struggling. He lived modestly. Worn clothes, threadbare rugs, a wobbly desk, a simple chair in a cluttered study, and he was content. Genuinely happy. Then Catherine the Great of Russia, a fan of his work, heard about his money troubles. She made him an offer. She'd purchase his personal library for an enormous sum equivalent to about $50,000. In today's money, but he could keep all the books and continue using them. Overnight, Diderot went from broke to wealthy. So naturally, he celebrated. He went shopping and bought himself something he'd always wanted. An exquisite scarlet dressing gown, a luxurious robe that made him feel like royalty. He brought it home, put it on, admired himself in the mirror. He felt sophisticated, successful, elevated. Then he sat down at his desk to write, and that's when it hit him. The robe was magnificent, stunning, but his desk was a disaster. Scratched, stained with ink, one leg slightly shorter than the others. The contrast between this beautiful garment and his shabby workspace was jarring, almost offensive. The desk didn't belong in the same room as this robe, so he replaced it. He bought a beautiful new mahogany writing desk. He sat down again. Now the robe and the desk looked harmonious together, perfect even, but then his eyes drifted to the floor. His old rug, which he'd never noticed was worn before now, looked like an insult to the mahogany desk. It was practically garbage compared to the elegance above it. So he bought an expensive Damascus rug. You can probably guess what happened next. The new rug made the curtains look cheap and faded, so he replaced the curtains. The new curtains made his simple wooden chair look like kindling, so he bought a leather armchair. The chair made the blank walls look empty, so he bought paintings. One by one, methodically, obsessively, Diderot replaced every single item in his study until everything matched the quality level of that original scarlet robe. And at the end of this transformation, he was broke again. He later wrote a famous essay titled "Regrets on Parting with My Old Dressing Gown." In it, he wrote something haunting. "I was absolute master of my old dressing gown, but I have become a slave to my new one." This phenomenon where one new purchase triggers a cascade of additional purchases to maintain consistency became known as the Diderot Effect. We think we own our possessions, but in reality, our possessions own us. The modern manifestation. Now, you might be thinking, okay, interesting historical anecdote about some French guy and his fancy robe. But what does this have to do with me? Everything. The Diderot effect is actually more dangerous today than it was in 1765, because modern marketing has weaponized it with surgical precision. Let me show you how this plays out in real life. The fitness identity cascade. You decide to get in shape, admirable goal. You invest in a Peloton bike $1,500. You tell yourself it's an investment in your health. The bike arrives. You're excited. You clip in for your first ride. But then you notice something. You're wearing an old, baggy cotton t-shirt and gym shorts from college. You look at the instructor on the screen, perfectly styled, wearing branded athletic wear that fits like it was custom made. You don't look like a cyclist. You don't feel like someone who owns a $1,500 bike. So you buy the cycling shoes, $150. Then the moisture-wicking compression gear, $80. Then the branded tank top, $50. Then you realize the bike looks out of place in your cluttered living room. It doesn't fit the space. You need to create a proper workout environment. You buy a yoga mat for stretching, some dumbbells for strength training, maybe a mirror so you can check your form, a new smart TV to cast the classes in better quality. Before you know it, you haven't just bought a bike. You've bought an entire identity. And here's the psychology behind it. As humans, we crave internal consistency. We need our external environment to match our internal self-image. When you were a regular person, you were comfortable wearing whatever, eating wherever, living however. But when you buy a high-status item, a luxury car, designer handbag, premium anything, you upgrade your identity. If you see yourself as a Honda Civic person, you're totally fine with cheap sunglasses and IKEA furniture. But the moment you stretch your budget to buy a Mercedes, you fundamentally shifted your self-concept. You're now a Mercedes person. And Mercedes people don't wear scuffed shoes. They don't carry a worn-out wallet. They don't eat at cheap restaurants. The car becomes the anchor. It sets a new baseline standard for your entire existence. Every item in your life that falls below this new baseline creates psychological discomfort. It feels wrong, inconsistent. To relieve that tension, you upgrade everything else. The car demands the wardrobe. The wardrobe demands the restaurants. The restaurants demand the luggage for the upgraded vacations. The vacations demand the camera to capture them properly. You're not spending because you want these things. You're spending to maintain narrative coherence. This is why fake it till you make it is financially toxic advice. If you fake success by buying a Rolex before you can truly afford it, that Rolex will demand a suit, a car, a lifestyle, and a dinner budget that will bankrupt you. The chain reaction cost. Let me introduce you to a concept most people never consider: chain reaction cost. Most people calculate purchases in isolation. They see a $500 item and ask, "Can I afford $500? That's the wrong question. You need to ask, "Can I afford the complete system this $500 item will demand?" Classic example, kitchen renovation. You decide to update your kitchen. You budget $10,000 for new cabinets. Seems reasonable for a significant home improvement. The cabinets get installed, they're gorgeous. Crisp white, modern design, soft closed doors. You're thrilled. Then you look at your refrigerator. It's 10 years old, slightly yellowed. Works perfectly fine, it keeps food cold, which is literally its only job. But visually, it's destroying the aesthetic. This old appliance looks disgusting next to your pristine new cabinets. The contrast is unbearable. So you buy a new stainless steel refrigerator. $2,000. Now the cabinets and fridge look cohesive. Beautiful, even. But when you glance down at your floor vinyl flooring from 2005, it looks cheap, dated. Completely wrong for this upgraded space. You rip it out, install hardwood. $5,000. The kitchen is now stunning, magazine-worthy. But you have an open concept layout. Standing in your beautiful kitchen, you can see directly into your living room. And your living room looks like a disaster zone now. The brown sofa you've had for 8 years suddenly looks shabby. The paint color seems dull. The whole space feels inadequate compared to the kitchen. The renovation has leaked into adjacent rooms. You end up repainting the entire downstairs, buying a new sectional, new coffee table, new lighting. Final cost, not $10,000. $35,000. The cabinets were the scarlet robe. They were the anchor that made everything else look insufficient. Here's the devastating truth. If you'd kept your old cabinets, you would never have noticed the floor was dated. You would never have hated your perfectly functional refrigerator. You were happy with them before. The upgrade created the dissatisfaction. The freedom paradox. This leads to a disturbing realization. Upgrades are often downgrades in disguise. When Diderot had his old, worn robe, he didn't worry about it. He used it to wipe his pen. It was a tool. He was its master. When he got the elegant new robe, he became terrified of damaging it. He couldn't relax in it, couldn't use it casually. He became its servant. The same thing happens to us constantly. You buy an expensive white couch. Suddenly, you can't let friends drink red wine in your living room. You panic when someone sits down without checking their jeans first. You stop letting your dog on the furniture. You're no longer living in your living room. You're curating a museum exhibit. You buy expensive dress shoes. Now you can't walk through grass or puddles. You become hyper-aware of every surface. You buy a luxury car. Now you park it far away from other cars. You stress about door dings. You avoid certain neighborhoods. The possession that was supposed to enhance your life has actually restricted it. You've traded freedom for the illusion of status. Defense strategies. So how do we stop this? How do we break a pattern that's hardwired into human psychology? We can't just live like monks and never buy anything nice. That's not realistic or desirable. But we can build psychological firewalls to prevent the spiral. Here are 3 strategies. Strategy 1. Calculate the full system cost. Before buying any anchor item, new car, new gaming console, new suit, you must pause and ask, what else will this item demand of me? If you buy the PlayStation 5, will it demand a 4K TV to properly display the graphics? Will it demand an extra controller for multiplayer, a subscription service, a gaming chair, better speakers? Write down the complete system cost, not just the item cost. If the PS5 is $500 but the system realistically costs $1,500, can you genuinely afford $1,500? If the answer is no, do not buy the anchor item. You're inviting a financial vampire into your home. Strategy 2. One in, one out. The Diderot Effect thrives on accumulation. We add the new thing but keep the old things. Then try to force them to coexist. Implement a strict inventory cap. If you buy new sneakers, an old pair must leave your house. Donate, sell, or discard it. New toaster. Old toaster goes. New jacket. Old jacket gets removed. This forces you to genuinely value what you have. It prevents you from building a shrine of possessions. It keeps you thinking like a user, not a collector. Strategy 3. Strategic downgrading. This is the nuclear option, but it's incredibly effective. Sometimes the only way to reset your baseline is to deliberately downgrade a highly visible part of your life. Drive a car that's slightly older than you can afford. Wear a simple, functional watch instead of a luxury timepiece. When your anchor items are humble, you feel zero pressure to upgrade everything else. If you drive a well-maintained but basic Toyota, nobody expects you to wear designer clothes. You have permission to dress casually, to eat casually, to live casually. By keeping your most visible status symbols modest, you lower the required expense level for the rest of your existence. You create what I call a low-maintenance identity. And let me tell you, a low-maintenance identity is the most profitable asset you can own. It allows you to accumulate actual wealth while everyone else is busy maintaining the illusion of wealth. The real game. Look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with owning nice things. I own nice things. I enjoy quality. But you have to understand the game being played. Consumer culture is specifically designed to make you feel perpetually incomplete, to make you believe you're just one purchase away from satisfaction. But Diderot taught us the truth 260 years ago. That one purchase doesn't complete you. It resets the entire puzzle. It scrambles the board and forces you to start over at a higher expense level. The robe didn't make him happier. It made him a slave. The question you need to constantly ask yourself is, am I the master of my possessions, or are my possessions mastering me? If you can't wear your nice shoes in the rain, the shoes own you. If you can't relax on your expensive couch, the couch owns you. If you're afraid to drive your car in certain areas, the car owns you. Real wealth isn't about owning impressive things. Real wealth is having so much financial security that you can own nice things without them controlling your behavior. There's a massive difference between those two states. The Diderot Effect is everywhere. It's in every store, every advertisement, every social media post showing someone's aesthetic life. It's the voice telling you that your current belongings are inadequate, that you need to upgrade to be complete. That consistency requires constant consumption. But here's what that voice doesn't tell you. Diderot was happier before the robe. He had freedom. He had contentment. He had peace. The robe didn't elevate him. It enslaved him. Your phone doesn't need a premium case. Your car doesn't need premium gas if regular works fine. Your workout clothes don't need to be branded athleisure. These are manufactured needs, created by the initial anchor purchase. The next time you're about to buy something nice, I want you to pause, not to talk yourself out of it necessarily, but to see the full picture. Ask yourself, what is this item going to demand of me? What cascade of purchases is this about to trigger? Can I afford not just this item, but the identity shift it represents? If you can honestly answer yes to all of that, if you can afford the full system cost and you genuinely want it, then buy it and enjoy it. But if you're stretching to afford just the anchor item, hoping you can resist the cascade, you can't. The cascade always comes. Diderot couldn't resist it with willpower alone. You won't either. The only winning move is to not start the game. Keep your anchors modest. Keep your baseline reasonable. Keep your identity low maintenance. And watch your wealth grow while everyone else is busy matching their accessories to their new robe. If this video stopped you from making a purchase that would have spiraled out of control, hit that like button. Subscribe for more financial psychology that actually matters. And remember, don't be a slave to your robe. Be the master of your life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.